I just want to say thanks so much for being here, being on this journey, being committed for your personal development, self-improvement, going after these things together. It's an honor for me to be here. Got up. I'm so pumped to get in and get rolling today. Have this training, have our business mastery training, have our Zoom roundtable, really stepping into taking care of you, taking care of us, and going after it. That being said, let's dedicate today's session, today's mastery training, to Mr. Eddie Van Halen. Passed away, I think it was last week, and at 65. And talk about somebody who's lived a very incredible life, inspiring literally millions of guitarists. And just listening to one of my favorite songs, Ain't About Love, I think is the title of it. I just love the opening guitar work that he does. And oh my gosh, it's just incredible to think that his talents and his skills and so on are no longer with us in that way, although they've been recorded and we can try to duplicate them, which is why I have a wall of guitars over there, trying to get into all that. So that being said, let's just go ahead and jump right in to today's overview, our perspective piece, then we'll dive into our training, then we'll get right into our action. Before we do any of that, I want to make sure you get these two quotes, because the whole premise of today, if you haven't figured it out yet, is all about the power of questions that we ask ourselves and that we ask others. So if you have your notes out, if you don't, please get them out. If you do, I would challenge you actually to get out two sets of notes. One is for the training today, and one is to develop your master list of questions. And at some point in today's training, I'm going to share a secret word. And if you email me that secret word, I'm going to give you access to my master list of questions I've kept track of since 2012. It's got well over 500, 600 questions in it. And these are just the questions that I reflect on and review as part of my weekly and or monthly practice. Sometimes it's weekly and sometimes I'll let it slide for a little bit and do it monthly. And I just go over them all. And it's really critical for me to live a better quality of life by reviewing better questions and asking myself better questions. So these two quotes: you're 3 questions away from living your dream life. And then I'll break that. You're 3 questions away from having your dream business. So before we get into our perspective piece, let's jump into this. I did write down a couple of questions in my weekly reflection, and I wanted to make sure I shared them with you right out of the gate, just to hopefully deliver tons of value to you as soon as we start, right? It's just a whole idea that I have that I want to make sure I'm taking care of you, I'm pushing you, challenging you, and making sure you're on the hunt for asking the best questions of yourself, but also looking for recurring questions that you ask that maybe aren't so empowering, to really going after a next level for you or a dream life. A lot of what we talk about in our beautiful high performance journey. I think our book's a little out of whack there. Let's straighten that up. I've been putting some lights back here to do some uplighting and some different things we're going to do in the studio as we go into the next few months, and having fun with that. So I just came up with these questions in my reflection over this last weekend, and I want to make sure that I'm asking them of myself, but maybe they'll help you as well. And let's just take a deep breath and think about this question in the lens of Mr. Eddie Van Halen, and maybe what he's been thinking over the last decade or the last 5 years, something like that.